We're less than a week away from expanding the vaccine to more groups in Alabama, but our Kenesha Dees tells us that the challenge here in the Valley is having enough doses.
We will use our clinic that we have at John Hunt Park in the JC building to do those vaccines.
Huntsville Hospital CEO David Spiller says the plan is to vaccinate up to 2,000 people a day next Monday.
We're one of the 8 sites that will increase the number of vaccines we're giving next week. We anticipate getting around an extra 1,000 doses a day.
Huntsville, Athens Limestone, and now Decatur Morgan hospitals are all Pfizer vaccine sites. Spiller says Decatur Morgan received about 5,000 doses of the Pfizer vaccine today. However, there's a bigger shortage of the Moderna vaccine felt here in the Tennessee Valley and nationwide. Moderna is the more widely used vaccine because of storage requirements.
It is very much done by population. We have 1.5% of the nation's population. We're getting 1.5% of the Moderna and the Pfizer coming in.
Mayor Battle says he spoke with Alabama Department of Public Health State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris about supply. Madison County EMA Director Jeff Birdwell says based on the supply that's coming in, the county health department only has enough vaccine for second doses.
There was some discussion this morning. As more becomes available, then that may open up appointments earlier, but right now the projected date, conservative date, is there'll be more appointments that will open up probably the second week of next month.
And Birdwell says currently there are about 68 sites in the county that are approved for vaccination. However, as of now, there are no vaccines there. Putting the Valley first, Kenesha Dees, WZDX News.